Welcome to Classic Car Cave. And I've put a few videos up this week, but I contacted SNG Barrett in Holland and explained to them that I'd made an order on the 4th of September, and on the 5th of September I'd written them an email asking them to send the stuff they said they had in stock, and the stuff coming from the UK, send it on later. Unfortunately that wasn't replied to, and I sent another one a week or so later. And then I phoned them on Wednesday and explained the situation. The guy was very apologetic, but what I didn't do was I didn't put somebody's name on it. And it seems to me these days that nobody will take responsibility for anything unless you put a name on it so that they have to look after it or whatever. If you put it to some generic, sales at info or whatever, nobody seems to give a toss because nobody will take ownership of it. So little tip there, if you're going to do anything like that, put somebody's name on it so that at least they're responsible for it, or it goes to their email address. Anyway, so that being said, he assured me though he would have it out the very next morning. It'd be here by Friday morning, and bang on the money, it was here. So now I've got the seal insert for the windscreen and all the bits and pieces that I need. There was only one item, which is a connection between the two SU pumps on the XK150. But everything else pretty much came, so I'm quite happy with that. This is the interior mirror that goes into onto the dash, and we need to put this on first. Unfortunately it didn't come out without the bolts, so hopefully I can find the right thread and they're metric. Anyway, a couple of things on this video. This is basically just giving you an update of where we are at the moment. I've put up the two winners who won the two t-shirts, the two Davids, strange enough, and one of the Davids has dropped me an email saying he had to pay £9.50 postage, which I don't understand, because the friend of mine, Martyn and Lolly, his wife, that was here with me and supported me at the Red Bull Ring, paid for the postage in Blackpool down to their house. So how he's been charged the second time I don't know, and I've asked him to look into it because I think they're trying to rip him off, but it seems to be the way these days. So talking of Martyn Reid, he's had a YouTube, well, not a YouTube channel, but he's been on YouTube where he could write comments, because obviously you have to make a channel up if you want to make a comment. So he's made a new channel up, and it's called Larger Than Life and Twice As Ugly. I'll put a caption on the bottom here so you can see it, and I would really love it if you would go and have a look at his channel. It's basically the first three he's put up has been at the Red Bull Ring, but also showing a lot of still photographs of some of the cars that I didn't feature, and then he got really nice shots of. So please go over and have a look, give him a sub. I'd really appreciate it. He's a very good friend of mine, and Martyn and his wife really supported me on this Red Bull thing. It would have been terrible not having somebody there with me. So please have a look at that. So it's Larger Than Life and Twice As Ugly, but as I say, I'll put it on the video so you can see it. So this video really is just a clip of a job that we did for a friend of mine called Nigel, who had a Series 1 open two-seater E-Type Jaguar, and he's finished it completely, and he's done a superb job on it. It looks absolutely top-notch, and the colour, I'm not sure actually what the colour is, but the colour is beautiful in the interior. He's made a superb job of it. But when he bought the car, there's a picture of it when he bought the car, there's a picture of it when it came, or there's some video of it when it came back in. This is from 5 years ago, and basically the back of the car was broken. By the time I brought it from where he lived in Dorset, the car was basically in half. You can see where the door, I mean, it was just a little bit of metal that was holding it on. So it was quite a major task, and the bonnet was in a terrible condition. But we managed to make, I think, a very good job of it. And you can see by the door shuts and everything else that it looks really nice, and made a cracking job. So I hope you enjoy that video. It's only a little bit, but it's just to show how we started and what we ended up with. And the point I want to put over here is if you have the passion and you have the love for it, Of course you need the money and you need some skills, but you can learn them. But if you really love what you're doing, you can actually take a sow's ear and turn it into a silk purse. There's no doubt about it. But it does take money, it does take time. You have to build up your skills. But you can take an old rock box and turn it into something if you're really passionate about it. And that's what I was really trying to put over. So obviously with these new parts now, I can get this dashboard out of my XK150 and get this windscreen seal rubber in so the windscreen's in secured, and then we can start looking at putting the whole dash back in for the last time, and then the chrome, which I'm dreading, the chrome that goes completely around the windscreen aperture, which I understand is an absolute nightmare, and I'll certainly let you know whether that's the case. Anyway, enjoy the video and take care. This is a golf sign that Martyn bid on at Matheson's and Son, which is, you probably know as Bangers and Cash, and it's 59 inches by 59, and I'm looking forward to getting it. So this is one of the winners with his E-Type, another picture there, and the other David with his Mini. Fortunately the shirts fit really well, so I'm really happy about that. So this is Nigel's E-Type when he bought it. Excuse me, it was in a fairly poor condition and he had to have ended up getting it dipped, and this is what it looks like after I got it. Welcome all the classic car enthusiasts. So this is the E-Type Jaguar 1967 we brought back from the UK. We're going to be restoring the tub on this. It's a friend of mine that owns it in England. He's going to restore the car completely. He's already restored a Series 2 OTS, or open two-seater, that's what the OTS stands for, and then once I've done the body he's going to do this. He doesn't have the equipment or the jig, but he's coming over here, he's flying over here in a few weeks time, and he's going to work with us on it, and we'll rebuild it, and then once the winter's gone I'll take it back to England, because the back one we can just move it around that way, and then as you can see, so there's the dolly. Okay, so we'll move all this stuff out of the way. You don't need to see, that's a bit boring. Okay, this is the bonnet jig, and I made this many years ago, and this is how the writing started for the E-Type Club. I built this jig and I've never seen anybody make one before, because they're very hard to handle, these E-Type bonnets, because they're a third of the car. And so I wrote to the editor of the E-Type Club magazine and said, look, I've got a couple of ideas for jigs, would you like them? And then he mentioned he would like me to write an article because he was looking for somebody with a Series 1 open two-seater car. So, and as you can see, can you just move that for him? You can see there's bolts to go in here now. I made these hinges, and you can see it's very easy for him here to turn. Basically there's an arm goes on here, and then these stop there. Well, in fact it balances itself, doesn't it? If we, is it about there? You can see, look, that's, you're not, are you touching it, or just get it over balance? Yeah. There you go, look at that. Even balances itself. And the nice thing about this jig is you can take everything off apart from the main centre and the two air boxes, but everything else will come off in situ, so one person can work on it. So this is when Nigel was doing the car up after I'd taken it back to him. So he basically only did the body shell on it, and he's completely rebuilt the car himself, and it looks absolutely fabulous. And as you can see from this next picture, I mean, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I don't know what that colour is. I don't know. I have to try and find it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. He's made a beautiful job of it. And then this last one is the interior, and you can see it's just been superbly done. It's a real credit to him, and I'm just glad we could be part of the restoration, and he's got a very nice Series 1 car.